When it comes to knives, the devil's in the details, and Kunwu understands that just as good as anybody, that looks only get you so far before eventually form, function, comfort, edge geometry, hardness, all those things have to come into focus. Hey everyone, this is Sam at Wyvern Kodiak. I've got with me the Kunwu Diablo, so let's get into this thing and check it out. So right off the bat here, this is the orange peel version. It has titanium scales on it, beautiful Damascus pivot color that Kunwu is always known for. With the logo on the pivot cap, you have the lanyard loop with the pry edge on the back here. It is a reversible pocket clip, titanium back spacer, which is also part of that lanyard loop. Speaking of the pocket clip here, we've got the pocket clip, which is milled titanium. We've got a lock bar relief cut on this frame lock. It is a blade hold deployment and front flipper with some nice jimping on the spine, and the spine is slightly crowned over here. So let's open this up, and there you have a beautiful tall sheep's foot on here. Nice swedge, high flat grind on this. It is a Vanex blade right there. It's tucked in, and it is absolutely beautiful in this belt satin finish. Now, there are some other options. We'll go over those in just a couple of minutes. Let's talk about the specs though real quick. So the specs on this knife, we're looking at 8.26 inches overall with a blade that comes in at 3.5 inches and a weight advertised at 5.64 ounces. Let's look at it next to some other knives real quick. Another Kunwu right here. This is the Padre. And then we're going to look at it next to a Nimble X from EMP EDC. And you can see that it's about the same size as a Nimble X. It's a little bit larger than the Padre. So it is a good full-size knife. It is not massive, but it's certainly not in the mid-size either. Next ones we'll look at is a Spyderco Manix 2. And we're going to look at it next to my very own Wyvern Kodiak Gracchus. You can see there that it is a little bigger than the Manix 2, and it's about the same size as the Gracchus. If you're going by advertised price, it is about 1/10 of an inch bigger than the Gracchus. A Gracchus coming in at 8.15 inches. So let's talk about the ergos on this knife. Very neutral handle here. No finger grooves in here, no curves on the spine. So a very neutral handle. Comfortable, very comfortable. I am feeling the pocket clip. The pocket clip isn't hurting me or anything, but I can definitely feel it there. Then you have a nice little groove here for the choke up into the choil. And this is home sweet home. And because I'm beyond the pocket clip at this point, I don't feel it anymore. So this is very, very comfortable as well. You can do your pinch grips, you can do your draw cuts. As far as ergonomics go, this knife is very, very nice. The action on this is on bearings, and you can see it drops one shake closed, reverse flick off the blade, no issues whatsoever. We can do the front flipper, no problem. And we can, let's see, can I thumb flick this? Yep, we can do a thumb flick off of this, no problem. And if you like to roll over, we can do that as well. So no issues with that. Now these do come in several finishes. Again, I did say this is the orange peel version. They have a diamond titanium handle. They have reverse tucks. They have full DLC. So there are a bunch of different options. Oh, and a stone wash. So there are lots of different options on the Diablo. Definitely a flavor for just about everybody as long as you're relatively neutral tones, no colored scales or anything like that. So let's talk about the pocket clip for a second here. So Kunwu doesn't do good pocket clips. I'm not gonna lie. Now this one seems to be broken in a little bit. There's a lot more flex in this one than a lot of the ones that they typically send out. So maybe this one will work better, but the ones that I have experience with, they have not been great. They're like serviceable clips, but not very good clips. So let's try this one out and see what we think on this. So we've got our test pants here. And for those of you new to the channel, these are medium thickness jeans. I'm going to take the knife, put it in the pocket, see how easy it is to slide in the pocket, how good the retention is on the pocket clip, how easy it is to slide out of the pocket, and any long-term damage or fraying it does to the edges and seams of the pocket. So we're going to put this in position. Here we go. A little bit of pressure. Yeah, this one works much better than the others that I have experienced in my time. Typically, I run into a little bit of a wall with the pocket clips, so it looks like this one has a little bit more flex than the other pocket clips that I've gotten from Kunwu. And it could be because this is a pass-around knife and a lot of people have handled it, and by this point they've broken in that clip a little bit. So eventually the clips become decent, but off the bat they're typically pretty stiff. Retention on this knife, I'm trying to grab this so I'm not touching the clip. There we go. You can see it's moving the pants, it's not moving the knife in there, so it is holding nicely there. Coming out of the pocket is pretty good, just like going in, and I'm not seeing any sort of fraying or any damage to the pants there. So the pocket clip is a good pocket clip on this one, but again, buyer beware on stiffness, and these are not deep carry, so they are sticking out of the pocket every bit of a ½ inch or so when you take into account this back spacer with the little pry glass breaker. I'm not even quite sure what this is, but it seems like it's a bit thick and steep for a pry, and I guess maybe just a skull crusher, just bang, smack somebody. People get out of line. Sometimes you got to give a little attitude adjustment. What can I say? So overall, this knife is really, really nice. The plunge grind on this ends right about here, so you're getting plenty of sharpening life. I absolutely love Vanex. It's probably my favorite blade steel, so you know, you had me at hello on that. And Chimascus pivot collars are always a nice touch to break up the monotone grays and blacks that that this model is coming in. So very, very nice overall fit and finish on this knife, and I really do like it. It's a lot of fun to open and close and fidget a little bit, and you know, the heat treats from Kunwu are spectacular, so the knife is going to be really, really good when it comes to that as well. They are from Chinese companies, they are the industry standard, and in my opinion, put out spectacular heat treats on their knives. So that's what I got for you today on this. What don't I like about this knife? Nothing really. I would say that jimping is good, handle's good, everything is good on this knife. The pocket clip swell back here, I do feel a little bit. It doesn't hurt, so it's not an issue necessarily, but they could make it a little more comfortable with the pocket clip in some way, shape, or form. But other than that, I think that the knife overall has outstanding action and fit and finish. And you can see in here where it hits on the choil back there with the stop pin, so no issues there either. So I'm not seeing a whole lot of problems here when it comes to this knife. So do me a favor, drop me a comment. Love to know what you all think. Do you like this knife, have this knife, or any other Kunwus that you find are some of your favorites in your collection? Would love to hear from you. And then if you're not following the Wyvern Kodiak YouTube channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We really do appreciate the support. Check us out on Instagram at Wyvern Kodiak. And last but certainly not least, check out our website, wyvernkodiak.com. Hit the subscribe button on the newsletter and stay informed all things Wyvern Kodiak. Appreciate everybody's time today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you all have a fantastic day.